Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking into something really fundamental: how we shape young children. We've got insights from praise and child development, and it really gets to the heart of, well, how kids see themselves.
Yeah, it's fascinating stuff.
Mm.
Our goal today is basically to unpack how what parents say can genuinely mold a preschooler's self-image.
And how that influences their behavior, right?
Mm.
This could bring some real aha moments for anyone interacting with young kids.
Absolutely. And what's so crucial right at the start is understanding just how receptive young children are.
You mean how they just soak things up?
Exactly.
Okay.
The source material highlights that, at this age, kids don't really have the same analytical filters adults do. They tend to take things quite literally.
Yeah, the text really emphasizes that, like a parent's statement. It lands with real weight for a preschooler.
Mm-hmm.
So if a mother consistently says, "You're so smart," or maybe, "Wow, you're such a good helper," it's not just a fleeting comment, is it?
Not at all. It goes deeper. It starts weaving itself into their internal narrative. It becomes part of how they understand who they are.
Okay, so that repetition is key, without them really questioning it.
Right. Without much critical pushback, those positive messages act like seeds, sort of growing into their self-image.
So it's not just hearing the words.
No, it's about the words actually building their sense of self. They internalize it.
And the source suggests this developing self-image then has these ripple effects.
Definitely.
With problem solving. The text suggests a child who starts to see themselves as smart or capable.
Yeah.
They're apparently much more likely to stick with a tough puzzle or try a task that looks difficult.
That makes sense. It's like they have this built-in belief that they can figure things out.
Right. It's that internal confidence starting to form.
And that connects directly to what psychologists sometimes call self-efficacy,
Yeah.
the belief in your own abilities. The text probably shows how that consistent positive feedback really strengthens this in young kids. It makes them more resilient when things get tricky.
Because they believe they can learn, so they keep trying.
Exactly. It fuels persistence.
And it isn't just about intellectual stuff either. That good helper example really shows it too, doesn't it?
It does. A child who really takes that good helper idea on board.
They're more likely to just offer help without being asked.
Yeah, more inclined to volunteer help spontaneously. It shifts, you see. It moves from being an instruction.
To being part of their identity. I am a helper.
Precisely. And what's really interesting there is the potential for a positive cycle.
How so?
Well, a child who identifies as a helper is more likely to do helpful things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Which, in turn, often gets them more positive feedback.
Which reinforces the helper identity even more.
Ah, I see.
Yeah. And that obviously benefits their social skills, their willingness to pitch in at home or maybe at preschool. So, wrapping that thought up, the core insight here seems to be that praising preschoolers, it's not just a short-term behavior trick.
Not at all.
It's actually foundational. It's about building their identity, how they view their own smarts, their character, their place in things.
That's it. Exactly. It's a two-pronged thing.
Yeah.
Guiding immediate actions, sure, but also, crucially, nurturing this positive, capable sense of self.
Instilling that fundamental belief in their own potential.
Precisely.
Okay, so to kind of bring this all together for everyone listening, our deep dive into praise and child development really drives home this idea. Young children, preschoolers, they deeply absorb what their parents affirm about them.
They really take it on board.
And they act on it. And this whole process significantly shapes their self-belief and ultimately how they engage with the world.
It really does. And maybe that leaves you with something important to think about.
Yeah.
Just consider the subtle, maybe, but incredibly powerful effect your words can have on the young children around you. Even small, consistent bits of praise.
Delivered thoughtfully.
Yeah, when delivered thoughtfully, they can lay down this remarkably strong foundation. A foundation for their confidence later on, and just their general willingness to jump in and engage with life.